bluebells flowering. I promised an update on our new wildlife pond, and here it is. We've now given it a name, the Kingfisher Pond. But you'll need to wait until a bit later in this film to find out if any kingfishers have actually visited the new watery habitat yet. It was last summer that we cleared the site, dug out the pond, lined it, filled it up with water and started the surrounding landscaping. The plan was to do more work over the autumn, but we got seriously held up by the construction of this even bigger project, the No Bullshit Pond. Partway through, we had a totally unexpected disaster, setting us back months. But you'll have to wait until that film is released to find out what happened. Meanwhile, I can assure you that it was genuinely dramatic. Anyway, back to the Kingfisher Pond. One of the things I've been looking forward to seeing this spring is our mass planting of marsh marigolds. As you can see for yourself, they're starting to flower. Next spring, they'll be bigger and better. In late February, well before the marsh marigolds started flowering, toads spawned around one of the plants on 3 different occasions in the same place, which we were delighted to see. So we've now got lots of tadpoles swimming around, especially visible in the shallow areas on a sunny day. The other aquatics are also doing well. These water plantains are coming through strongly, and it won't be long until they throw up their tall flower spikes. Last year, I feared we'd been too late to get the arrowhead plants established, because they don't just die back and regrow in the typical way. But I'm delighted to report that they survived and have successfully reappeared, even if they're still very small, weeks away from looking their best. I was never worried about the Iris pseudochorus, which are toughies, and I've just divided them to produce more. As intended, we found time to plant these young hawthorn along the perimeter where the old overgrown neglected hedge was. And also these hazel saplings, and over there, which will be favoured by dormice once they've grown bigger. One important update concerns our heron deterrent. This is how I explained the practical idea, which is commonly suggested, last September. Until we build up a decent population of fish, we meanwhile want to dissuade herons, who could nab the lot at this early stage. A few strategically placed lengths of fishing line might put them off, because they won't like it getting in the way of their long legs as they walk around the edge of the pond. Our trail camera really helped here. The first time a heron appeared, the trip line seemed to work and it flew off. But it wasn't long until the winged predator returned, or perhaps it was a different one. Anyway, as you can see, this time the heron just stepped over the deterrent, flew up in the air, landed on the water and immediately caught a fish. Many say this kind of deterrent works, but we met one person who confidently said it wouldn't, obviously based on first-hand experience. And it didn't. So, not wanting to lose any more roach at this early stage, we quickly stretched 200 metres of thin red nylon rope across the pond in a zigzagging pattern to make it difficult for any marauding herons to get to the fish. Herons often visit ponds very early in the morning, before most people are up and about. And not everyone has a camera to automatically keep watch, which probably helps explain why many still believe that certain deterrents work, when they actually don't. Over the autumn and winter, the Bushnell trail camera picked up deer visiting the pond, plus grey squirrels, foxes, pheasants and more. This spring, the trail camera revealed 2 surprises. It recorded a visit from a mandarin duck, which we've never seen at the oasis before in over 40 years. This was unfortunately during the hours of darkness, so the footage doesn't show the incredible colours of this duck. And we also had nocturnal visits from a badger, another species that we've previously seen no evidence of here, although they are occasionally seen a couple of miles away. So, in addition to monitoring heron activity, this trail camera has undoubtedly been useful. But I can't say that the so-called 4K video has been impressive. Because, to be bluntly honest, it's not that good. We shoot our films in 4K using a Panasonic Lumix camera, so we know what to expect in terms of genuine high quality. That said, as a watchful eye, it's been definitely helpful, and will continue to be so. We eventually set up a bird feeding station, albeit a bit later than planned. And it's done a good job attracting birds, supplementing their natural diet. Henry Bell, a fourth-generation British company that takes pride in producing top-quality products, have kindly helped with what we needed. Blue tits, of course, are an instantly recognisable and much-loved species, and they've been a regular visitor to see what's available. Great tits were also quick to find the seed, together with coal tits, marsh tits, goldfinches and siskins. Nuthatches have also visited. Proving useful, both to watch and film wildlife that's attracted to the pond and bird feeders. We've yet to use it for any serious filming or photography because we've been too busy digging and planting the no bullshit ponds. Over the winter, we started getting a bit of mould on the inside of the hide. So we added a couple of air vents after realising that better ventilation was needed. We've added a flocculant to the water to help the fine suspended clay particles bind together and sink to the bottom. Beforehand, the water looked muddy or cloudy, restricting light penetration, but it's noticeably clearer now. You see the significant difference the flocculants made in these test samples. Thank you to Griff of GPC Clear Solutions for his kind help. We've been supplementary feeding maggots to the fish over the past few months, thanks to Clive of MFC Outdoor Stores, Hailsham. Whilst we were filming today, the roach spawned, which is fantastic news. We cut up an old landing net previously used for fishing and nailed it to a bit of wood. The one female roach that we thought might be mature enough to spawn this year covered it with eggs, fertilised by 2 breeding males. Right. Have we been visited by a kingfisher yet? And the answer is, drum roll please, yes! At 11:28 a.m. on February the 12th, Ian, who's behind the camera, saw a kingfisher flying straight towards the pond. The stunningly beautiful bird came just over the water when it saw Ian, made a U-turn and flew off. The sun was shining onto its brilliant metallic blue plumage, making this a memorable first sighting. We honestly didn't expect to see a kingfisher this quickly, so we're absolutely delighted. It hopefully won't be long until they're a regular visitor. We've got a major new film coming out very soon about our epic adventures digging the no bullshit pond. You really don't want to miss that one. We filmed everything, including the unexpected, genuinely dramatic disaster. And we've got a number of different fish species for this much bigger pond, including carp and tench, some real beauties. So, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell for notifications if you haven't already done so. There'll be regular updates about both ponds. I'll see you again soon.